Hello and a big warm welcome to all the amazing members of the Speak Real English community. I'm Layla Stella and you're tuning in to Speak Real English, the perfect space for mastering the kind of English native speakers use in their everyday lives. Whether you're watching or listening, you're in the right place to grow your confidence, sound more natural, and truly understand how English works in real conversations. Today's episode comes from a thoughtful question submitted by one of our awesome community members, Joel James. Joel, I really appreciate your curiosity and the time you took to ask this, so let's dive right in. The question is about the difference between the phrases angry at and angry with. Now, if you're wondering about this, it probably means you've either heard both in different situations, or maybe you're in a situation where someone is upset with you and you want to express it correctly in English. Either way, don't worry. We're going to clear up all the confusion today. Just to be clear, I can help you with the English grammar and usage, but I'm staying out of any drama or relationship issues. I don't know what happened, who said what, or whether you were right or someone else was. I'll leave the emotional side to you, but let's get the language part crystal clear. So let's talk about angry at versus angry with. Which one is correct? Here's the good news, both are acceptable and both are commonly used. There is no strict rule in English that says you have to use one over the other in a particular situation. They are interchangeable in most cases. Some native speakers may have a personal preference or feel that one sounds slightly more emotional or direct than the other, but overall, there's no meaningful difference in usage. You could say, I'm angry at him or I'm angry with him, and both are correct. However, here's something important to keep in mind. Not all emotional expressions are so flexible. Let's consider the word happy. You can say I'm happy with you or I'm happy about the situation, but you can't say I'm happy at you. That simply doesn't work in English. It sounds awkward and incorrect. This is why it's essential to learn not just the vocabulary, but also the prepositions that go with those words. Prepositions can completely change the meaning or even make a sentence ungrammatical if used incorrectly. So instead of learning isolated words, try to learn small groups of words or phrases that are commonly used together. Let's bring in a real-life example to make this even clearer. I recently came across a video of a prank that was set up on a public subway train in Brazil. The TV crew collaborated with the subway officials and staged a fake technical issue on the train. While the passengers were sitting there, thinking something had gone wrong, suddenly a group of about 50 people dressed as terrifying zombies appeared and began pounding on the subway windows. It was designed to look like a scene from a horror movie. When the doors opened, these zombie actors even entered the train and pretended to attack the passengers. As you can imagine, the reactions were intense. People screamed, panicked, and some were visibly traumatized. Watching this video, I felt a mix of emotions. On one hand, it was a very creative setup, but on the other hand, I was disturbed by how frightened the people were. I felt a real sense of sympathy for the women who were crying and trying to hide. Honestly, I was upset with the production company for creating that experience for innocent commuters. I was angry at the decision-makers who thought it would be entertaining. And again, you see how I just used both expressions there, angry at and angry with, without any problem. If I had been on that train, I think I would have been absolutely terrified, and once I realized it was a prank, I would have been extremely upset with the people who organized it. These are real reactions to real situations, and they help illustrate how we use these phrases in context. This is why it's not just about memorizing rules, it's about understanding how language works in real life. That's what we try to do here at Speak Real English. Now, if you're inspired by these examples and you want to start speaking English more confidently, I highly recommend practicing with a live tutor. I personally don't offer one-on-one lessons, but I always recommend my friends at Verbling. They offer professional online English lessons with native speakers, and you can book a lesson anytime, no matter where you are in the world. If you want to improve fast, go ahead and schedule a trial session. It's a great way to test your skills and get real feedback. Also, I want to share something special with you. This month, I'm working on something I've been dreaming about for a long time, the Speak Real English book. This book will be full of tips, explanations, and examples just like the ones we've discussed today. If you'd like to support the project and get early access to your copy, you can pre-order it through this channel. It's a way for you to be part of the journey and to help bring more great content to learners all over the world. As always, thank you so much for being part of this growing, inspiring, and supportive community. If you learned something today or have your own thoughts on this topic, leave a comment under this video. I'd love to hear your experiences. Have you ever been confused about whether to use angry at or angry with? Or have you seen or experienced a prank like the one I mentioned? How did it make you feel, and what words would you use to describe your reaction in English? These real conversations help you build real language skills, so don't be shy. Get involved, keep watching, keep listening, and above all, keep speaking real English. Thanks again, Joel, for your excellent question, and thanks to everyone here for spending your time with me. See you in the next episode.